the more appealing. Ger Canning is your commentator for this one.
Declan Carr was Tipperary's captain when they last won the All-Ireland back in 1991 against Kilkenny. Now he's back from the States and in the early stages of reintroducing himself to the inter-county game. David Kennedy is back at centre-half back this afternoon. Declan Ryan starts at centre-half forward. It's a team which contains three different Declans, and they are Carr, Ryan and Brown. Paul Shelley continues at full forward, while Brian O'Mara is now positioned at left corner forward. James O'Connor is back for Clare following a recent holiday in the States. He was one of St Joseph's Dura-Bearfield stars in the recent club final. Davy Fitzgerald and Enda Flannery are the only two who started against Dublin 2 weeks ago when Clare put the emphasis on what you might call their development team. Today it's business as usual with the Lowens back in pole position, the by now predictable half-line trio, Baker and Lynch in midfield, and a forward line showing Ronan O'Hara at full forward. The referee is one of the game's most experienced, Dickie Murphy, of course, from County Wexford, and it's Clare who won the toss, playing from right to left in the first half. Little or no breeze around, however, very slight breeze backing Tipperary for the opening 30 minutes. And that's Eddie Enright. Down towards Declan Brown, but Enda Flannery is there just ahead of him. Declan Brown wants to take this quickly. Across to Liam Cahill. First chance of a score, and he avails of it brilliantly. Excellent start by the Premier County. Cahill the scorer. Tip go in front. David Fitzgerald with a big one out into the half-forward line. David Kennedy trying to get the ball away. It's David Ford who gets it in, however. Inside towards the corner. Ronan O'Hara trying to get it up onto his stick. Surface here not quite as good as usual during the summer months, but there's been an awful lot of rain. That's out as far as Colin Lynch, and that has gone over the bar. Colin Lynch tying up the match. Well, it's a bright and breezy start. That slack clearance coming out to the man who was unmarked in midfield, and he put it straight between the posts. Lynch contesting. Beaten for it, however, by Eddie Enright. Sweeping it across towards Cahill once again. Paul Shelley in there battling. Comes back out here again towards Tipperary's captain, who is Tommy Dunn, and the umpires have a right good look at it. It went off the post in any case and dropped in over the bar. First point of the day for Tommy Dunn. Tip re-established mastery. Here's James O'Connor. Stepping in there quickly is Eamon Corcoran. Down towards Paul Shelley. That'll be an interesting tussle there. Shelley against Ryan Lowe. Ryan Lowe holds back the tip full forward. This was a fine catch by Shelley, and then he more or less engineered the free himself. It's more or less the exact same position for Tommy Dunn to strike, and this time he goes for a goal, it seems. Stopped on the line there well by Anthony Daly. Well, there was a point there for the taking. That was Daly's save once again. Tommy Dunn. Oh, cutting it in brilliantly. And where does it end up? It ends up just inside the right-hand upright. 3 points for Dunn. A point from play, a point from a free, and now a point from a sideline. Davy Fitzgerald's puck out. Declan Carr misses it. Comes up here towards David Ford, has support. Niall Gilligan setting away. The rangy stride of Gilligan bearing in on goal, and it's deflected out, and then it's deflected over the bar. Gilligan completed himself after a very fine save by Brendan Cummins. This was a great run. That was an equally good save, most impressive, and in the follow-up, Niall Gilligan tapped it over the bar. Declan Ryan trying to get that ball in. Good shoulder from Ollie Baker there on Eddie Enright. Back towards Rami Ryan once again. Good stroke. Enda Flannery winning the race here with Declan Brown. The challenge coming in from O'Mara. The clearance, however, is by Liam Doyle. Beautifully down, nicely taken here by Barry Murphy. Point chance here for Clare if he can get away. Donica Fahy still chasing. And in the end, it all breaks down. They were trying to locate one of the forwards in there. Back towards Colin Lynch, and in the end, tapped in there, and a goal. And Ronan O'Hara got the stick to it. 7 minutes are gone. First goal of the match. Clare go in front by 1-2 to 4 points. This was delightfully sent in here. The defence should have coped with it, but the backline was in trouble from the time O'Hara rose magnificently. Declan Ryan breaking it down to Declan Carr. Brian O'Mara doing very well to take it away from a couple of Clare half-backs. Scooping it up here towards Paul Shelley. The chance, the great save again. Still in play. David Fitzgerald got down really well that time. Comes over once more towards Brian O'Mara on his left-hand side. He puts it over the bar. It's a very impressive start to this match. And the referee, I think, blowing up there for a rather wild use of the stick there, and Declan Brown, the one who came off second best. It looked accidental, but I think the referee decided that there was an element of carelessness involved as well. Taking a long run up to it. Declan Ryan. And it's on the line, and they're all in after it. I don't think it's crossed over the line. It doesn't matter anyway. The referee has blown his whistle. And let's hope it doesn't turn nasty. Common sense prevailing here. Into the air there, and on the goal line it went just beyond the goalkeeper, but there was a combination of players there, including Sean McMahon. But it never got out of hand, thankfully. Daly taken down beautifully here by Colin Lynch, knocking it ahead there to James O'Connor. Clare, remember, leading in this match by 2 points. Here's Gilligan. Again, those long legs very much in evidence as he goes through the defence and taps it over the bar. And that's a second of this match for Niall Gilligan. Declan Carr again, rising up with Ollie Baker. They're having a great match, but Carr is doing well. Not striking the ball as well as he would like there, but still getting it down as far as Declan Ryan. And that's gone between the posts. Like the good old days again, Declan Ryan getting his first point in this match. And now just a point separating the teams. Towards O'Hara. Heaney trying to scoop it out, only as far as David Ford. Against Rémi Ryan. Swinging it across here once more. Alan Markham trying to go by two of the Tipperary backs. Liam Sheedy, one of them. Still Markham going in there. Jersey appeared to be pulled. Referee says play away. Very near the end line. Liam Sheedy, the player who's on his knees. Well, the referee did blow for a foul that time because it's going to be a free in for Clare. And that has been taken by James O'Connor, and it's been put over the bar. His 4th point this afternoon. Declan Ryan against Sean McMahon. Ollie Baker, quick look over his shoulder to see who's available. Up towards Barry Murphy's corner. Murphy yet to score in this match, same as Alan Markham and David Ford, as the referee calls time on the first half. So they go in with Clare having had the benefit of a goal after 7 minutes. A little uncertainty in the Tipperary full back line, but Ronan O'Hara prodded it into the back of the net, and Clare lead at the break by 1-7 to 8 points. Broken down by Liam Doyle. Baker closed down very quickly by Carr once again. Brian O'Mara looking for the first point of the second half, but he manages to get it as well with just a minute gone. 2 points in the game for Brian O'Mara, and the margin down to 1. Enright trying to dig it out in there. Next it's Eamon Corcoran, showing no ill effects. Enright with that lengthy clearance down towards Paul Shelley. Brown is in as well. Flannery trying to hold up their progress. It's Paul Shelley still, and that has got off a Clare stick, the umpire has decided, and Clare are protesting furiously that there wasn't any touch on their part, and it was Shelley who put it out. bidding to level up the match here. That's beautifully struck. And the teams are level for the third time. Anthony Daly blocked down there by Tommy Dunn. Next away by Sean McMahon. Jamesy O'Connor, lovely pick up, crossing the 65-metre line. Corcoran was after him, but to no avail. And Jamesy O'Connor gets a fifth. This time broken down by Declan Ryan. Inside towards Declan Brown. On to Paul Shelley, spatted out there momentarily by Brian Lohan. Still the Tipperary forwards trying to follow it back in there. Still the chance might fall to them yet. And it's Declan Ryan. And passing it back into space towards Declan Brown. And Sean McMahon kicks it away, just away from danger. But they're still in some distress there in that half-back line. Real stalemate situation. Tommy Dunn gets it up onto his hands and puts it over the bar. Tommy Dunn's having a very good match in the Tipperary colours this afternoon, and the teams are level once more, and that's 5 times they're level in this game. Here's David Ford trying to skip away there from Remy Ryan. He was fouled. Free to Clare. It's got to be Sean McMahon to hit this one. Well, can he possibly point from here? He can. He was well inside his own 65-metre line. That's terrific scoring. Colin Lynch over there tussling with Declan Ryan. Well, he's got a couple of Clare men after him, and that frees up another Tipperary player. Declan Carr hitting this one and hitting it over the bar. How about that for a comeback? And it's 15 points to 110. Intercepted here by Declan Ryan, chased by Sean McMahon. Back to Brian O'Mara, and that's another one. A third for the day for Brian O'Mara. He was always up in support, supporting Declan Ryan, and it's now 16 points to 110. But great work by Declan Ryan, number 11 in picture. Eddie Enright. Knocked out by Frank Lohan. There's Sean McMahon. David Ford was waiting for it. Enright stepped in. And here's Declan Ryan once again. And that's a lovely score by Declan Ryan. He seems to be the one player over the years who can unsettle Sean McMahon, Clare's centre half back. And he's made it 17 points to 110. Towards Alan Markham, touched away by Donna Fahy. Niall Gilligan. And Gilligan puts this one over the bar. A point that Clare has required. It's his third today. It edges Clare closer. Ronan O'Hara. Low inside towards Gilligan. And this time better play by Fergal Heaney, the fullback. Back to Gilligan, however. This time he goes to ground, but not fouled. Comes back out towards O'Hara once again. And that's on its way, and it's over the bar. Ronan O'Hara now with a goal and a point. And the teams are level. Up towards Aidan Ryan. And that's over the sideline, but it's going to be Tipperary's possession. So the pressure can be kept on the Clare backs. Tommy Dunn about to strike this. An awful, awkward angle, but he's put it somehow over the bar. I make that 11 points now for Tommy Dunn, and 2 of those have come from sidelines. Eamon Corcoran clashing there with Jamesy O'Connor. Jamesy picks it up beautifully. That's Markham. And that's a super shot there. And they're level for the 8th time, thanks to Alan Markham. That's over the head of Enda Flannery. And again, Declan Ryan in there to try and cause a moment of consternation. Up towards Paul Shelley. Still trying to steal in and try to get the better of Brian Lohan. That's never been easy. Paul Kelly's in there, sticks flying, and the referee has whistled up the play. Spotted the good work of Paul Kelly there. It's going to be a free in for Tipperary, because this is where Tipperary can take a 1-point lead and do so. 19 points to 115, 19 points to 18. Declan Carr's back there to try and keep it out. Tip trying to preserve their lead. Clare trying to get back into it. That's David Kennedy. Kennedy, good clearance. Now it's all down to the referee to see how much time remains, and there is no more. And Tipperary have beaten Clare by just a point to reach the league final in 2 weeks' time. And the final score reads Tipperary 19 points, Clare 1 goal and 15.
Yes, a good win for Tipperary. Nicky English will be a happy man tonight. And
You never know how things will pan out. All I wanted to be was a Meath footballer. I think it was actually 20 coming into the team in 1996. People were looking around the county after the 10-point defeat by Dublin for players to be axed and Sean Boylan to be gone. But fair play to Sean and fair play to the players like Colin Kyle, Martin O'Connor.